Hey, welcome to Tim's Workshop. Going on to part 3 of the Mercury 60 horse carb issue that I had on the thing. So I'm going to explain here what we're going to be doing. First of all, we're going to do some reorganizing of the mini shed and out where the boat is too. So I'll show you what I'm planning on doing here. First off, I'm going to clean up all this mess. I'm going to still take this thing apart more for restore that I'm doing. More to come on those videos soon. But I'm going to get everything cleaned up, and the carburetors over here for the 60 horse Merc, I haven't ran those, or I tested them with fuel to make sure they weren't leaking, but I'm not going to put them back on the Merc since the carbs are all clean. So I'm just going to leave them in here during the winter. But what I'm going to do on the outboard, like I said, the intakes where the carbs go, I'm going to put some rags in those intake holes. And then I'm going to take the spark plugs out and shoot some Yamalube in each cylinder, and then rotate the cylinder around to get the Yamalube through there. And that's about it. To put the plugs back in and store it for winter. So we're going to get things organized in here. What I'm going to do is get the crab pots and shrimp pots out of here, and I'm going to put up a storage rack over here that I could put the motors on, because I plan on getting more motors to do restorations on. I gotta have a place for them, so I figured if I get the stuff off this wall and put a 2x6 with some 2x4 supports, maybe 4x4 supports, I think that would be better, and then attach it to the wall over there with some bolts, I think we'll be good. And then I can hang the outboards, and then when I'm working on them, I can have them on the workbench here, or I can put them on the stand here, and that way I can wheel it around. This I'm going to replace with some of that 2x6 that I'm getting. So we'll get that and get the bolts through it, get rid of the clamp, of course. And then it'll be a lot more sturdy. The reason I have the clamp here is because this is plastic and it busted. So it's not the best plastic, obviously, if it broke like that. Then, as far as out here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the, I think I can hang the crab pots here and the shrimp pots, as long as I can still get through here, so I might just pick a side. Maybe I'll do this side and hang them from this side, since this is the side that has the key to put, ignition. So I want to be able to get in back and forth through here. So this is the area, if I'm going to clog it up, I'm going to clog it up on this side. So I think I'll do that and put them over there. I got my generator over here. I think it'll be okay. It's getting dark back here. I'm going to hurry up and get this done. So I got the top cover off. I got the spark plugs out. I'm going to shoot some Yamalube in here. Just a little bit in there. Get the bottom one. Okay, now turn the camera here. With the spark plugs out, I can rotate this flywheel. Just rotate it around a few times and get the Yamalube in the cylinders, just like that. Now put the plugs back in. And then I'm going to tighten the spark plugs off camera. But what you do is you put the boots back on and make sure, otherwise they'll corrode. You know, you don't want corrosion on them. So do that. Put the cover back on. And then another thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to put some rags in these intake holes over here. I'll just put some paper rags in there. Get the cover screwed back on. I got washers that go on each one of these studs that are sticking up. And they're like little plastic wing nuts is what they are. It's just pretty convenient. And you just put those down, tighten them down. Hey, the foghorn. Perfect timing. Like a ferry boat. So I'm just going to take these, just kind of stuff them in there. There's one. And then the middle carburetor. And the bottom carburetor. So that just goes to show you how close I am to the Puget Sound. With earshot of the freight trains that ride on the rail down by the Sound, and boats. Ships. Ships have foghorns. So there we go. We got all these intakes covered up. This is the silencer. I'm just going to put it back in the mini shed because I won't need to put it on with the rags. And now we put the cover back on. There we go. All done. So that's it for part 3 of the Mercury 60 horse carburetor issue that I fixed. Yeah, so it was just a matter of not torquing those fuel bowl covers down properly. So when I found that a torque requirement for the fuel bowl cover, I shared it on the last video so you could see it. I think we should be good to go after that. I didn't actually torque it yet because I got to have a torque wrench that goes to 18 inch-pounds, and I think the one I have starts at like 20. So I got to get a smaller torque wrench for screws. And I was looking at the ones that are the hand torque screw ones. They're kind of expensive, you know, but it would be worth it to have one. I just got to find one for the right price that'll do what I need it to do. I don't need some fancy thing, you know, digital or anything like that. I just need a clicker. So I think I should be able to find one that will work. And then we could torque screws properly on these motors, because it would be nice to know, you know. And, you know, after you torque a few, you'll know by feel what it should be. But just to know it, it would be nice that you got it torqued right, especially with fuel. You don't want to be out in the Sound with a boat that catches on fire because of not doing things properly. So a friend of mine lost a $10,000 used jet boat that way, and where he got in trouble is he borrowed an outboard kicker because his wasn't working. And the one he borrowed was leaking gas, and when he went to start it, it caught on fire. So always check your motors before you go out, before you even haul it off from your place to the lake or, you know, salt water, wherever you're going. Make sure those motors are working good, they're not leaking. You got all your safety equipment with you, you know, your contacts, your cell phone, your marine radio, whatever, you know. And being within shouting distance of other boats, that would be handy too. You don't want to be way out in the middle of nowhere with nobody around to help you. And don't go by yourself. Go with other people. All right, just words of advice on that. So you like the video, please subscribe, leave comments, hit the notification bell, give me a like, okay? And let your friends and family know about my videos too. So we'll see you on the next one. Bye.